What is up, guys? It's your boy Elevate. Before this video starts, I would like to say that because I've had so many requests to have me VOD review for like a step 1 team or a competitive team in general, I've decided to create a shop where you can purchase VOD reviews. And not all of them will be public like this one. This is just to mainly show that like I'm doing this and to open up a shop. I have to like get paid for this because I just got a donation, because I want to do it for everyone, but I can't, just because the fact of how many people are asking, and I can't spend my entire time on that if I'm trying to go pro, and like look at my own VODs and like between everything. So I've decided to create a shop. The prices are very fair. They're like in my opinion very fair. I've already had a lot of people buy them. If I get too many, I'll lock it, so I'll make sure if you buy it, you'll get your item. And the link is down in the description. It's a Google form, fill it out. It's super easy. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. Okay, this is VOD review for Studs Team East Storm. I'm just gonna start it right here.
Yeah.
So basically, you guys are doing a top left haunted split. Nothing too special here. I'm probably not going to be able to call a lot. You saw a team drop Snobby, I think someone called.
Hit one twice.
Oh, you're...
One has no health.
Okay, so you landed one on the mountain. I don't actually know if there's loot up there. But you guys have really wide spread here, so I don't know if taking... If they're not at, like, haunted, I don't know if taking an early game engagement, unless if you know their bots, is smart here.
I took 36 shield off of one.
So like in the future, like if I was stud up there, I probably wouldn't shoot. I think that's stud who's shooting. If they went junk, I probably wouldn't shoot at them right away. I would probably like once you see them commit to junk, I'd probably just land like 3 haunted, and someone just farms mats and sets up maybe like on this church or something, and like just watch if they're going for a balls to the wall rush, which they probably won't. Or worst case scenario, if they're pushing you here, like you have a really easy fallback rotation. So like as long as you have someone scouting like while still mining, like because the moment you see them you could just run. So like I think the better choice, instead of just taking this fight if they landed junk and didn't land haunted, is just to chill like at haunted with your team. Someone scouts, make sure they're not bum rushing you, because it's step 1, I understand, because you have such a free rotate behind you, and you have the little like disco room house thing, you know what I mean, outside of Salty. So like worst case scenario, they push you up and then you rotate away, you get max wood, you can get some brick from there and just like keep pushing into zone, instead of aggroing him here, because you're pretty much taking a fight. Like it's fine, it's free damage, but it's kind of like taking a necessary fight at this point, especially because like if you take this fight and then they get aggro on you or they push you, then your team's gonna have a really bad start, because they won't be able to be looting and like mining the fences. Because I used to go here with my team for like a week, I think, so I know the fences, like those little metal things, are kind of OP. Like you can get a shit ton of metal from this drop, and brick too.
Them so
like
push us.
I understand like you don't want them to push you and you're like intimidating them, but I think just like looting with your team is better.
Oh, I just got sniped at. That's time to back off.
Yeah, so
you can just come over
you end up backing off, which is fine,
yeah,
but still, like, I don't think you should even go for pop shots. I think you should just loot and just like have someone dedicated to scout
We're fighting a team right now.
We can clean up, I'm telling you, I got a rocket launcher.
No. Look at rotate, yeah.
Yeah.
I would, but
I would not clean up there even if you had the zone. If you had the zone, I still wouldn't take that fight, because say you get the perfect top left zone, you can sit on this mountain and they're not going to push up it, they'll probably just go to another mountain. So like I would just sit around here and just be prepared to go on each one of this mountain. I generally don't think you should take that fight if they're not aggroing onto you.
No, I know, like
even because it's free loot,
yeah,
but you guys have enough loot.
Really fast,
you have enough loot between your entire split here that it's like unnecessary.
We should just let them fight. I got 2 of them.
I don't have that many mats.
Yeah, same. I got 2 of them at like 50 HP. So
I only have 100.
Yeah, so like exactly what I said here is causing, like, you guys took a bit of an early fight. Like you generally just kind of like took pop shots, but still it put you guys back mat wise, especially if they weren't aggroing on you. I would just advise against this in the future.
All I have is a grid.
No one mines these fences here at Haunted. I would recommend someone just goes around and mining that.
Like that's all we
When I watch this, I've already watched this VOD once, just like to make sure I knew event like kind of what to say. But
Yeah, I did a lot of pressure.
the thing I noticed is you didn't get a lot of base mats, which are like crucial. Like, I want to see you hit this fence. I don't know exactly how. They give 13 each and they're 3 shots, 2 shots. So
bandages are actually
even with this bad zone, you should have 2
fucking really
people
good in these
dedicated to
games,
mine all
because
this, because I think that's around 1k
comes down to
metal,
getting
and
so
so
much.
that would be huge. I also know one of you guys has a launch pad at this, and you guys use it questionably early.
That team snobby is probably listening to this.
We'll probably try to take a rift red.
Okay.
The moment, I don't know when you actually get this launch pad, I don't remember. But I'll talk about it when you find it. So you know there's 2 teams on the left side there by where soccer stadium was. One team probably because they were fighting, right? So you know your left rotation is probably scuffed. And then you know there's a team snobby because you guys scouted earlier. So you know if you rotate here, you have the chance to get rotated on from snobby. So I would just like be wary of that. I don't know if you guys already know that. I don't know how familiar you are with this route, so I'm not like, I'm just saying stuff in general. And you know there's a team Pleasant. So you know there's only like one rotational path for you,
Take this golf cart.
and that's like the path by
Actually,
gas station, which is kind of like exactly a straight line to zone. Also, these walls at this place right here are pretty good. I think they give like 10 each, so I would recommend mining that. Because you guys could get max wood like on your way, like as you're running, so I would recommend focusing on metal and brick, especially because where you land Haunted,
Give me a
the
gun.
zone is very unlikely to go there for some weird reason. Like
I can.
you guys just, there's
at the
never,
top,
it almost never ends up there, so like you're kind of sacrificing that, so you have to focus on like hopefully not like rotating in someone early game. Like that's just a risk you're taking with your drop, and getting like metal and brick early,
Are you guys
and then getting wood as you go to zone. Because right here you could rotate right and go into that crevice. I wouldn't recommend going left here because there are trees there, so like
Okay.
yeah. So you already know the rotations here, probably just like, I don't know if you thought about it, but you just generally know them.
There's at least 2 teams rotating behind us. So we want to get in front of them. And if you get the opportunity to clear a fight, then we should, because they're probably gonna run into each other.
Okay,
I mean, clean it.
I don't 100% agree with that call, just because like I think cleaning a fight is interesting because you shouldn't be sending it, like you shouldn't be on top of them, but if you see people fighting and third partying, then that's bigger. Like there's a difference between third party and cleaning.
I'm at like 1,000.
If you see people fighting, you should third party them, and then if you get like 2 knocks and you're 100% sure there's like 1 left or like 1 or 2 left, then you could push, and it has to be like
Can you drop it down the hill or something?
in the zone.
Switching
All the
up.
way back there.
But I wouldn't go into a fight while they're fighting to clean it up. I would just try to third party it. Just like as a call, because like if you say clean it up, that like to your team, that just means we're engaging it.
Are you gonna give me the shield or
Yeah, I
what?
was gonna pick up the porta fort to switch it. He picked up
That was
the-
hilarious.
Like, where'd it go?
You guys rotate this way, which is dangerous for
I'd
the
rather
snobby team rotating in.
Closer to the team that went snobby than these 2 teams behind us.
So this is where you guys get most of your metal, I think, and brick.
It looks
Well,
like
let's go for that. Let's
But
go for
you
that
gotta
diamond
recognize
red.
this is a risky rotate. Like,
Oh, there's.
oh, what the fuck? I got an ad. Okay, so like right there, this is actually good. I don't think that rotate to soccer stadium is exactly the best. I think what you should do is rotate kinda to the Loot Lake choke point and then go like on the corner of Tilted to like Goldfish area or Brick or like Weird L's. And if you need Brick really badly, because it's in zone, I would recommend just refreshing that, the brick there, or refreshing like in a building. Refreshing means like you go in it and you mine all the windows first and stuff. So like you guys have no brick here and no base mats, so that's what I would recommend doing.
The rift is up there. The rift is
They're probably gonna take the double in front of us. Just-
Also, making a rotation off a rift would be good. You know that rift there, so I think that's a guaranteed
Oh,
rift
there's a
spawn.
llama. There's a llama. I found a llama.
Oh, Puggies. Watch your left. There's gonna be a team to your left. Oh, there's an airdrop to our right. Close.
Yeah.
Because you took all this time rotating around that mountain, that team Pleasant is now going to be right on your dick because of zone.
Yeah.
So, I would recommend leaving like the time you left, but taking a different path into Tilted. Like not going into Tilted because there's always boss there, but like going straight into a building and refreshing.
Hey, someone get the wood from the llama. If you don't
That's just the call I would make. You
You
guys get aggressed here, and you're wondering why. It's because
yeah,
of the
I can.
llama, I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
gonna pick up this. Did you pick it up?
This is kind of a dangerous play because you didn't scout on top of the hill
We
first.
got a lot of heals. Circle shit.
Alright, I have 3.
You get this
nades.
launch pad here, that's how you get it.
Oh, here, take my nades.
Take this slurp. Someone up here.
So the moment you get a launch pad, your game plan should change for the entire game. Launch pads right now are super meta because the current like strat with them is you conserve all your mats and you turtle until the first or second moving zone, and then you use that launch pad to go for a high ground play while the zone is moving. So you saw, I think in my first tips and tricks video, I went over that VOD where I went over that plan. So the moment you get a launch pad, that should be in the back of your head. That should be your plan with the current meta. That's just a strat that I'm sharing. So right now, the moment you see you get a launch pad, I would call out, hey, like we should focus on the strat. And throughout this entire time, you guys you haven't really called out what your general game plan is. That's not saying that it can change, but I think Stud is IGOing. I can't really tell. You guys might be doing all calls, which is fine, but like personal preference, like someone needs to set out the game plan based on your utility. And what I mean by that is like my team, I'll ask like, hey, do we have bouncer pads? Do we have launch pads after we're done looting, you know, after we do our loot path at racetrack? And so off of that, we can make a decision on what our game plan is going to be. Do we have clingers? Do we have stinks? Do we have like nades? Do we have stuff to be able to help us in a coordinated high ground push? Like should we turtle to conserve our mats and then go for a high ground push once the zone's moving with our utility? We have this Portafort, so what are we doing with that? Right now, all this stuff needs to be in the back of your head, and you need to be thinking about what your utility is. Right now, whoever's IGOing should have already asked, what are your mats, and what are your utility, and what utility do we have? That means launch pads, nades, clingers, stuff like that, that can assist you in what your game plan is for that game. Like, you guys are like, as a team, you're doing fine. Your comms are like regular because it's early game. But you don't really know your game plan going into this. As the zones get later, like you need to decide, because right now, like the chance of you guys getting loot from now on is very minuscule, so you really need to decide like what your game plan is going to be with the current loot you have, because that's probably what you're going to have at the end of the game, depending on how you use it.
You're so far, dude. Oh, team 165, rotating down the hill right now.
And the number one thing that I think a lot of lower tier teams do is they don't use their utility successfully, which is something I really am going to stress. I think I'm even going to make a full video on it because not a lot of people use it.
Close.
Like,
165.
to assist them.
Drink it, bro.
No, I don't need it. What do you mean?
I'll drink it. I'll come in a second, but I want to get this airdrop if there's a
It's
jump
in that
pad.
bush.
Okay.
They're right in front. Just don't. They saw us.
So the moment, okay, you called that they saw us. So the moment you do that, whoever's the IGL needs to either do one of two things. The moment another team sees you, if you see them start coming at you, you need to give your team the pathway to either disengage or engage. Like, I generally don't agree with engaging, but like you need to be, right now, whoever's the IGO, once you say they're aggressing, you need to say back up, and then we're gonna go southeast, because that's the right call. You need to disengage and go at a different angle, because you still have a minute 47 in storm in zone, so as long as you can disengage and use like natural hills to your protection, you should be okay.
They're gonna try to cook us here.
Hey, we can flank
They
up.
do,
We
they
can flank up.
So right here, this entire time, you guys know they're gonna cuck you. You know that this is gonna happen, but no one has made a call on what to do. You guys are kind of just sitting here, and your comms are really, really crowded.
Bro,
And because of that, you almost get pushed. So there's the first thing.
Then yeah, we need to use a launch pad.
So
Yeah.
they're trying to fight. Look, you have one guy engaging and three guys disengaging, and that's not because one player is wrong, one player is bad. It's because there was no call for what to do until just now.
Not a bounce pad, right?
Launch pad, launch pad.
Okay.
Okay, now you see that they're not engaging. Don't use your launch pad. Launch pads are probably the most important thing in the
We
game.
don't have to use it. We don't have to use
You can run. You have a minute. You have a minute head start.
We have to use it.
it. Oh, okay, then yeah.
Yeah, play
I would
safe.
just run. I would not use the launch pad in this situation. Because the moment you use this launch pad,
Yeah, I'm gonna just go.
the moment you use this launch pad, so many of your options are now eliminated because now it's going to be way harder to get high ground. You're going to have to waste mats going to a different part of the zone with the new metas and the moving zones. There's a lot of things that using your launch pad and using your utility early wipes you out of the map. So even taking a little storm damage here, I think would have been better than placing launch pad because they weren't aggroing you and they gave you a clear rotation. If you went on top of the tilted hill on the right, you could have gone out. It's lagged out.
It looked like a thermal
For some reason. Okay,
I
there we
can
go.
grab you all. I dropped all my mini ammo.
So your mats, still no call for mats, no call for the utility.
Yeah, I'm up on top of the little 30 right now.
The one thing I do say is you guys are very grouped up, and you all like are generally similar
So the
types
team
of
to our
players, which
south
is
was
good.
in a build fight near
Stud, you
Monument.
said you have Mentor, right?
I have what?
You have Mentor.
You should probably
I
drop
have
the
one
porta
med
fort
kit.
for that,
There's another one behind.
because he's gonna be carrying it for like an hour.
Yeah, go get it.
Oh, he's
So
picking it
yeah,
up.
we want to hang south right here because the team that was near Monument was in a build fight, which means they're gonna be low on mats.
Team launch
Right
pad
call.
on Castle, by Castle Rock, probably going.
So right now, you see Salty's in zone and you guys' mats are really poor. What I would suggest is going to Mansion or going to Brick at Salty and refreshing. That just means you go in there and you instantly mine out for base mats,
Why would they even
the
try to
windows
fight us? It's
first
so
and the
stupid.
doors. Because you guys are pretty low on base mats. Like, you all have about 1.6k each, and that's not enough. That you can win with that, but you're gonna have to be very conservative, and it will come back to bite
Like,
you.
even-
99.
even if, like,
team
they
right
were-
in front of us, so go right.
Especially if you're going this far out of zone, you're gonna have to probably refresh. So
Yeah,
right
we
now,
really need to hang south.
Like right here. Let's just go through Salty.
the right call to go through Salty
Yeah,
here, knowing where
it's
all the
really
teams are.
risky.
It is, but
Going through
gotta be done.
towns aren't really that risky as long as you have like an end destination. You can't just be in
Probably gonna be a
Wonderland.
team like over here on this hill.
Yeah, just get in zone.
So what I would recommend is going into Brick House.
Yeah, just get in a house and we'll farm.
So get in a house. You guys go in. The Brick House is where you should have gone, but you go into the Wood House for some reason.
Just get in the house.
Oh my fucking god.
He gets trapped. That's just really unlucky. I don't think I ever check for traps. Like, just start checking for traps, I guess.
Someone knows that the trap, dude.
Like, how'd you take damage?
Someone knows that.
Right now, everyone needs to be focusing on windows and doors because once you make this mistake once, you'll always focus. Someone with a rocket launcher, I forget who. I think it was Energy before the first day they formed, like early Energy. General just kept shooting rockets through the fucking windows because we didn't mine him out, and he killed like our entire squad. He shot one through the back window, built up over our roof, did a 180 and shot through the front window, and he just wiped our entire squad. So like, get rid of the windows like immediately. All the windows should be focused. No one should be mining until the windows are
I'll be
gone.
the scout.
The walls at least.
I have a big shield.
But I would definitely, the brick house would have been better here because you would have gone actual brick out of it. And because you guys are probably max wood because you went through like 20 forests on your rotation.
Yeah, I dropped it.
Still no call for you,
Alright, so we know
no
that
call
there's
for
a
mats.
team here, and there's a team behind us.
I like this. This is good.
Probably-
Calling
We're
like where
gonna-
the teams are and
We're
where you
gonna
think.
rotate late.
Gonna rotate
They're
late.
gonna
That
be
just means
camping
you should be
at
mining.
Yellow. We already
Yeah,
know.
no, I
There's
know
probably
that.
gonna be a dusty zone
We're
here,
gonna run it- There's 49 people.
which are
left,
really
like,
weird. Dusty
there's
zones
gonna
are
be
really
good vibes
weird.
here.
So we could go around, but we're gonna run into teams.
Okay, yeah, just stop thinking. Like, just farm right now.
The only thing I can farm is brick, and there's no brick around here.
Exactly. So
What are you farming brick right now?
I mean, you should think, but like you should be thinking in farming. So your best rotation right now is going to Wizard Mountain or whatever you call it, Monument, and going just right past that, either onto the edge of Dusty and setting up, not hard, but like too high, you
Yeah,
know?
we're gonna go to this other house.
Does anyone have any bandages?
Too high with maybe a scout,
5.
3 high or 4 high,
You have a
and
med
that's
kit,
it.
don't you?
Yeah, but we
That
don't
should
wanna
be
use that.
probably the call
I'd rather
here,
use bandages.
because
Wait, you didn't
there's
pick up
probably
the-
gonna be no one there, and it's gonna most likely be a Dusty
I have
zone.
2.
And if
Yeah,
you're
I
rotating
would do
late, you could even just turtle on the edge of Dusty, and then once zone comes in, you just build up, because no one's gonna
Just
probably
come-
be
come over
there,
here.
so it doesn't matter.
You need to rotate this one.
You just gotta make sure you build up the moment you have zone, that way no one launch pads onto you or pushes you while you're turtling and gets on top of you. So now you're going to the brick house. You should have gone here earlier, but it's all good. You're refreshing.
drop-
Team over at yellow, way sit up.
Cause right now everyone could be like
Look for
6.
traps, boys.
You get like 2k brick out of mining this entire house.
What are we doing?
You get probably like 1k.
Oh,
Me?
what
Oh.
the fuck?
There's a guy on
What?
top.
Did you guys literally just let a fucking guy run through you guys? Are you fucking?
He was sitting in there. He didn't run through us. The fuck?
Stay together, stay together.
What?
I'm just gonna.
He's in
RPG.
here.
What? How'd that hit me? Alright, he's dead.
That guy was
Team 105.
turtling. That's funny.
Okay, we need to go over here now. We
Uh,
need to rotate now. There's a
Literally
team
underneath.
close.
I don't know. Maybe just like
Oh my god, how did that rocket actually hit me through
It's
the window?
fine.
Be
Everyone
careful.
Stop bitching.
yeah. You probably shouldn't be mad when you die.
Yeah,
You guys
team
got
might
extra-
yell
Like
at me.
I'm mad when I die, but it's okay.
No, we have no shield.
You gotta clear comms.
That's-
So yeah,
that's-
you did the right rotation here, which is good. You shouldn't build up. You should literally just do like a stair and hide. Like just build like a couple walls and sit here waiting for
You wanna
zone.
try to clean them? To get the shield?
No.
There's no one in
There's
here,
another team based up on the, in front of them.
Golf cart, golf cart, golf cart.
so you guys just sit here. And that's the right call. Don't build up yet,
Another
because
golf
20
cart.
seconds till zone. That's hilarious. So I don't really know. I've never really ran into a guy hiding under a staircase before. That was kind of situational. But like, when you clear a house, just like buddy system, I guess. I don't really have tips. That's just that dude. I think that was the guy who got trapped. He just got super unlucky. That's like I would be pissed too. So like, you can't tell him to stop bitching, but you gotta be like, yo, chill, 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 or something like that. Cause like, if you aggro like someone who's already pissed and then you tell him to stop bitching, that's kind of aggro. So like it's just a little thing. It's just little things like that. It was really dumb. Everything
is.
about that was
That
super
rocket.
dumb.
I sent it to
But you gotta realize why your teammates are
150's
mad, and if
moving.
they have a good reason, just be like,
See-
"That's mad
You
unlucky."
see what I did there? You
No.
fucking, we timed that perfectly.
Oh
with the
yeah,
rocket.
yeah, that was nice.
Okay, now the moment you see zone here, you have to
Okay.
make a decision. You have two
Uh,
options. I can't see it 100%, but I think it's all dusty.
Okay, we're gonna hang left. That team.
Right now, if you had a launch pad, your
at the
your strat
fucking
could be
dusty,
different.
Whatever.
I would
place
go
is,
left
just
here and literally move into zone using these
Team
trees as
inside.
cover.
Team inside. 120 looking at us.
Extra fucking minis.
Minigun over 105.
Probably wouldn't shoot at them in this
What's that?
situation because you don't want them to know where you are. Even if they're looking at
I
you,
can
you
take
should
out
probably
my
just go into the
primary,
zone.
but fuck.
If you don't shoot at people, a lot of times they won't shoot at you back.
Here.
Take the broken
I need
SMG,
to keep
it's
moving,
OP.
though, there's a team to it.
You took the actual good
I'll do
SMG.
it anyways, fuck, whatever.
If you have rockets, you shouldn't pick up the
This is gonna be
minigun.
the exact same thing as last game, boys.
You either have minigun or rockets. Like, you choose one or the other.
Yup.
But this time we have to do it better. We need to do 2-2.
You also have a
So
ton of
we'll be
ammo,
like,
so I would ask my
just need to-
teammates
I'll-
like to
we'll-
split.
I don't know what I'm saying, but we'll figure it out, boys. I believe in us.
Okay, just go. Actually, this is super nice. If you guys can get on the top edge of Dusty and then snake in along the ridge line and just do like a little ramp there and not get exploded to eternity,
Yeah, I'm
that'd be
stuttering
your
a
best
lot, too.
position. That'd be really good.
Please don't be true.
I don't.
Ooh, lit.
Why is this
Any
lagging?
shields?
Oh, jeez.
No.
Because if you're down here, you're forcing yourself into a turtle.
Yeah, I have 1600
And the
max,
last
but
thing
if I
you
do
want to
more-
do, especially without a jump pad, is forcing yourself into a
Really?
turtle. You want to keep your options open. So, overall, your positioning generally in this game has been really well so far.
Oh, there's a team based up. I'm seeing where they're at. Oh, team east, next to the rock.
Wait,
next to
there
the
could be
rock.
a team right here.
If you can get a snipe on a Val,
Yeah,
do you have a
that's
snipe?
really risky.
No, I have,
I would go behind that rock, or at least move in. Like, just go
He's
straight
on
in
the other
here
side of that rock. Yeah, he's
without
literally-
wasting as much mats.
Oh my god, I'm lagging a bit.
This is perfect. You guys
We're
are
gonna go
conserving
red, and We're
mats.
just gonna have to sit.
I wouldn't go into the divot. I would go on the edge and turtle, or build
I'm
up.
gonna go red right now.
Careful, there might be
If
people
you're going
coming
into the
from
divot, it's questionable.
There is, but I think they're on the other side. Oh, are they based up south?
There's
They
a
won't see us.
strat that could actually help you here that we run on divot circles. Basically, you get on the side of the divot and you double stare your turtle. Instead of the turtle being flat, you double stare the turtle. That way, like, you have a shit ton of like areas to work with, and if zone ends up being like on the bottom, you can just walk down your double stair ramp that's like super protected, like you do like walls and shit on it, and then if it's above it, then you have an exit instantly, and you can like instantly expand to get the area that you need, because when it's turtle, you need a lot of area at this current meta. But like at the same time, actually I was wrong there. you should just like you have to be able to be up at a level. So you just need like an area that you can like count as yours, like so you don't get stuck in the side of the mountain, if that makes any sense. Because right now, like with the new meta, it's really powerful when people are turtling and just go on a layer, like just like literally ramp above them, and then just like carpet, not carpet, but like rat your way into the new zone because it moves.
You can just get in. Yeah.
If that makes sense. So right now, if you're choosing to be here, you have to have a way to get out of it,
Oh yeah.
out of the divot,
yeah,
and stay in the divot. And that's why that double stair strat is really OP.
It doesn't give any.
Okay, we're gonna base under this tree.
I would also ask for shield. I don't know if you have or not, but
Wait, I have
someone-
a before I can get this chest. Fuck.
this turtle, you should not all be in the same 1x1, even the same 2x2, because you can get exploded or stink bombed like to eternity. Okay.
Should I do it for the chug?
For the chug?
If there's a
Sure.
chug?
Yeah, sure, I guess, but yeah.
Oh, that's
okay.
clean.
Hopefully you'll get a porta port back at least.
You
I
got.
have golden RPG.
Hoogie. Oh, let me have. We'll split nades. We'll do 2 RPG.
So again, this turtle is way too small. Anyone who has stinks or clingers could entirely wipe your squad
Shit,
at
I
this
took
point. You need to at least be like 4x4. Wait, 2x2, like 4 squares total,
Oh, here.
because like anyone, a good team will recognize this and just throw a clinger against your
Val,
wall,
can you
and
carry
that
anything?
could be really deadly,
Oh my God, mine
especially
down.
if you're low
Did
HP,
you say no?
Yeah.
because that's like a guaranteed dead teammate.
Drop band.
And if you're
Oh,
exploded,
no,
you're all
70.
together trying to
Okay,
spam
drop me
shit
half
and you'll
your-
die.
Drop me half of your
Why is it doing this?
rockets.
Sorry.
Okay, here's
You should probably just have him rocket launcher if you have the minigun. Okay, look, exactly why you need to rat, like have this, like the double stair technique, because now it's on top, so you have
Do
to
you
be
want
able to
go
get
early
up.
in this circle?
Yeah, branching right now. Right
Yeah.
in front of us.
Yeah.
I would try to get
Explode
as
the
high.
ass.
Explode
Yeah,
the
maybe.
ass.
So let's just-
Yeah, yeah.
If we actually
You're
might have to
lucky
fight
that
this dude.
teams didn't aggro.
There's people right on top of us.
I would double stair under this team and get all this as yours.
Make a big room, not individual 1x1. Save
Yeah.
that.
There we go. Oh, I guess I get what you're saying.
Okay, this is good.
This is kind of interesting.
I'm
I
gonna-
mean,
I'm
you
gonna
can
make a
run
little
this,
layer
but
below
you
us.
gotta realize like
No, I think.
the moment you get
no
shot,
one's below
like
us.
just like stared.
Well, I
It's fine.
yeah,
Yeah, they're
You
on
need
top of us.
to have more room to get up, because if anyone gets on top of you and the
If we
zone,
see an opportunity,
okay, if a team goes on top of you right now and then the zone is again up, like outside of the divot, you guys are super screwed. There's like no chance of you winning at all. Like you're gonna get stuck there, and the team can literally aggro you because they're above looking down, and they can just spam you to eternity, and there's literally nothing you can do back, and they can't get punished because no one else is gonna be below them. So they can literally spam you to eternity if someone gets on top of you right now. That's why you need to have a way to get up to the high ground, to flat ground, if that makes any
we need
sense.
to do damage.
I can't stress that enough, because I don't know if this happens to you here, because
40, we need to
I
do
don't
damage.
actually remember,
42, 42, 42, 40.
Yeah, below us.
but
Yeah,
it would be really bad if a team got on top of you at this point,
Yeah.
because that's happened to us. Like, we had 2 games that were on the side of the mountains, and we lost both of them.
That shit's scuffed.
That is scary if they have explodes,
Well,
but
that's
it's not the
worth.
worst thing. I'd rather just put a cone and then edit and then look through. I
There's
think
still
that's
a team
safer.
northeast fighting, which means they'll either drop here or go for high ground.
So right now you've committed to the turtle, which means one of 2 things. Endgame, if you get zone, you're gonna have to wipe the team below you and layer up. Like, that's what you're gonna have to do, because you're the second to lowest team, you're on middle ground, so you either have to be wipe the team above you and have high ground, or you have to wipe the team below you. And because they're on the edge of Dusty, like it's kind of a hill, the easiest way is to shoot down and wipe that team. So depending on the zone here, let's see, and that's like your 2 decisions if you're committing to this turtle.
Man, I'm lagging a little bit.
New explode to lag
Because
is
there's still
awful.
31 people left.
I'll tell you if the team Southwest starts.
I don't know if you guys win this game or not. I've watched early and mid game.
Holy shit. Scary. We're in Vietnam, boys.
I got fucking minigun, dude.
That minigun would be crucial to wiping that turtle team. Not now, but later. This
Hey,
this peak is, you should never hold a window open like this.
Team's right there. If you
Sometimes if I see people do this, I'll edit my own window and I'll throw a clinger in it. So that's just dangerous.
we could
Hold on,
double.
hold
And
on,
Poach
hold
has shredded the needle with a nade into us once before and killed like our entire team. So like,
Oh, that's
Okay.
okay. That's okay.
that
Go
circle,
play left's a circle.
you have to get up
still
right
I'm ready
now.
to shoot yeah, ready. No, come here. Win. Win, come here.
Ready?
We're gonna minigun. Yeah, I'm gonna do the right side. Ready? Do you see his blue shirt? Hold on.
No.
Ready? Go.
This is a pretty free fight to aggro on. I don't think there's an issue with
I got
this.
some hit markers.
How much ammo do you have? How much ammo?
400, 500.
Oh, okay. Here, take this too.
They
We might
kind
go
of
for
countered
another
that
sword.
really easily, so I wouldn't go for another
What
one.
we want to do is back them off because they're gonna go on top of us.
Right now, you guys should have double stared out already. Like, you need to get up there.
Yeah, they went up.
Like, you should have double stared in the left side, like up the side of it, and then like once you have that, you could have your own layer going to storm. That makes nice
Ready?
sense.
Win.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Get out my way, get out my way.
Right now, you're at least wasting their mats, but
Stop.
right there, stud, because you're IGOing, you should have yelled cancel like super loud in their ears.
We're good.
That's
We
what
pushed
I
them all
do.
the way over. That's actually really good.
Cancel,
position.
cancel, and that was actually
Okay,
good.
start
They did
trying
back
to
up.
Rocket right here.
So yeah, you guys finally start doing this. I would have had 2 people do this already.
Hey, I could
Actually, you
probably
don't have to. No one is here.
No.
I would literally-
No.
No, no.
You guys could even go for high ground here because no one is paying attention. All you have to do is just
Hey,
build
you're
up.
Playing like
Fire, it's
gremlins.
nasty. They just bounced somewhere.
No one is here. Literally no one.
Team South is tarping.
Okay, they're
Oh,
tarping.
explode if you can. Win. We can drop them.
Oh, they're so boned. So the moment these guys, the moment you see these guys drop down, you should call for your other teammate to build up, especially when you know this is falling.
That's good.
So right here, you guys need to build up. You need to double stare up.
We
Yeah,
should
I
get
know.
high ground.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
There's the
Yeah,
call.
we should take high ground at the end once you're in circle.
Lag is
Ready?
crazy.
Ready? I'm gonna start ramping.
You
up.
guys need to like god ramp basically, like as a team
I'm
together.
ramped.
Oh my
Good.
god.
Oh
this
my
lag.
god! I just let. Wait, what? Okay, I'm dropping.
If you guys were more of a team, and you did it earlier, with the double ramp, like a god ramp, then you could
I
have
can't play
had
high-
high ground here, but you can't. One, because of the lag, but like you could have done it earlier.
Yeah,
I can't
I
play
can't
your
play
job.
it.
The moment
I
you
downed one, I downed one.
notice that no
I
one
don't know
was
what the
like
fuck is going on.
going to that side.
I downed one guy.
Also, you should have dropped down all the way here. Like lag, it makes this shit so hard, but you should have stayed medium ground with
yeah,
your
everyone,
teammate.
everyone turtle.
Whoever
everyone
I'm
turtle.
studying here,
That's
wind.
That's fucking terrible.
The lag was bad, but you guys still could have gone earlier. Like,
Oh my god, dude. Where are you guys
Okay, we
at?
need to group up again.
Alright, you guys are
I have
on.
5 minis. Val, can you get to me?
Yeah,
so now
Wait,
you
wait,
gotta
wait,
recognize your
give me a
mats.
mini-
I'm trying. I'm trying my hardest to come. This is team like right
Yeah,
I'm here.
I know.
Where the fuck did you guys
Whose
go?
trap is that? Whose trap was that?
Hey, it ain't mine, boy, but they gonna die tonight!
Stop.
Oh, I killed him!
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
got his ass. Get the clingers.
Get the. There's people right here. Build walls. What are you doing?
Yeah, put cones on
Get the
there. That was
clingers.
really. Sometimes looting, like, if someone sees loot, they kind of bait you out. Higher tier players.
Okay.
You need to recognize where zone is, and you need to group up and get an entire area to yourself on the edge of zone right now. In the chaos, you need to call more strictly in this chaos. Like, you need to get your team grouped up, and you need to let them know the game
Yeah, I have
plan.
minis for
You
you.
got minis?
You guys are
Hell
kind of
yeah.
just like playing
Oh, wait,
individual
I
right
dropped
now.
it.
Shit,
They're
real
up there.
quick.
They're right there. Right up there. Right up there. Right up there.
Like, you're
I
not
have
playing
max
individual,
Nice.
but
I
you're
have
like,
too, I did too.
Oh, there's brick right here. There's
you
brick
have
right
max
here.
mats,
I
which
love it.
means
Hey,
like
take my minis.
Circle,
dude.
circle.
you need to get a layer to yourself, and then like try to either go for a high ground play or like use your 12 booster pads. You probably should split those. You need to you need to be more aware of your utility as a team, because
Circle, circle,
right now, if you know you have all these bounce pads and you
no.
drop it to your
Hey,
team,
Master fucking Edis, dude. Look at that shit.
no one's up here for some reason. Oh, there
I'm
is someone.
lagging.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Use
So
your mats.
right
and
next to us.
you guys need to get
Oh,
more
shit.
as a team.
I'm gonna die to storm. I'm crawling. Oh, I'm not gonna make it.
Oh, you're
I
dead.
just killed myself.
So the entire reason, like, it's half lag, but
that storm.
it's mainly because you guys took too long with your kills and you were unorganized with your calls late game. This entire death, Like you guys could have easily won this game as long as you guys like went earlier, got to the side of the zone where it's about to expand, and like grouped up as a team. Because the entire time, like you were cucking each other, like you weren't organized. In late game, like you gotta be more alpha with your calls. You're kind of just taking whatever fights you want, having like a little grand old time there when you should have been like, instead of taking that fight, you should have said, we need positioning over this fight. We need positioning over this loot right now. And so you said, someone should have called, we need to get to this side of the zone where it's about to move in and get a layer to ourselves. You guys were kind of like all miscombobulated, messing, like not messing around, but you were kind of like taking fights for no reason. When positioning is more important than fights right now. Like you, like that fight there, you looted and that was fine, but you got to be more aware of the storm clock. Like your entire, like, sure, you couldn't edit and you couldn't build, but you also didn't help yourself out and you didn't leave early enough, and like you really cucked yourself because you didn't, like, you weren't aware of the situation you were put in, and the storm snuck up on you when you didn't expect it. So what I would recommend is late game there needs to be more. Okay, here's my 3 things that I think you should work on. Mainly, one, you need to make a game plan before you go into late game off your utility, your mats, your like guns, like anything that can like affect like jump pads and stuff. You need to make a call early on what your general game plan is. Late game, you need to recognize every time the storm moves, you need to look up and see where it is and make a call immediately off of that. You need to be more grouped up as a team. Well, you're grouped as a team, but you need to be all working towards the same objective late game. If you work on those 3 things, like right now, if you guys were more strict and less, not like, I'm trying to find the better word. If you guys were more strict on what your game plan was, and if you guys knew what your game plan was, you wouldn't have died there. You just didn't really know exactly what you were trying to do in this game. You were kind of just like poggers at the end there, instead of getting an exact game plan. Like, oh, we need to tarp this way, like we need to rat this way. There was no call there, and because of that, your team sat around and died in the storm. Overall, though, you guys have a lot of potential. All these problems are fixable with like self-evaluation, and I actually do believe you guys could start winning a lot more games if you fix those issues. These issues are general for most teams, and a lot of teams have these issues, and these issues are kind of not easy to fix, but they're definitely fixable. And if you really dedicate yourself in the next week, 2 weeks to fixing this, you'll definitely get results. Just generally, like the moment a zone happens, making positional play and using your ute better, you guys are definitely going to be a successful team. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Good luck to you guys. Storm, definitely keep an eye out for you guys. You guys looked individually very talented. And I really do think you guys can go far. I don't say that to a lot of teams. I really do believe it, and I hope you enjoyed this.